Welcome back, everybody, to another deep dive.
Yeah.
It's like we're picking up right where we left off. Remember all our conversations about the law of assumption?
Yeah.
And those fascinating figures like Neville Goddard and Dr. Joe Dispenza?
Oh, yeah.
Well, get ready, because we're about to take a deep dive into two techniques they emphasized.
Okay.
Visualization and SATS. They state akin to sleep.
Right.
You've sent over some seriously interesting sources on these methods.
Yeah.
And I am so excited to explore how they can help you create the life you desire.
Yeah. I think you'll be surprised by how much science is backing up these practices.
Okay.
For a long time, these techniques were considered a bit out there.
Right.
But now we're starting to understand the neurological and psychological mechanisms behind how they actually work.
That's what makes this deep dive so fascinating.
Yeah.
We're not just talking about mystical concepts. We're looking at how they intersect with real-world science.
Yeah.
So before we get ahead of ourselves, let's define these terms clearly.
Yeah.
We hear visualization and SATS thrown around a lot, but what do they truly mean in the context of manifestation?
Well, visualization is all about creating vivid mental pictures of your desired outcome as if it's already happened.
Okay.
And I mean, truly engaging all your senses. Sight, sound, feeling, even smell and taste. It's not just thinking about it. It's about immersing yourself in the experience within your mind.
So it's like creating a mental movie where you're the star experiencing your dream life firsthand.
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
And SATs comes into play by optimizing the timing for these visualizations.
Okay.
It refers to that dreamy state right before you fall asleep or just as you're waking up. Your mind is relaxed. Your subconscious is more receptive to suggestions.
Right.
Neville Goddard called this the state where your imagination is most potent.
I can definitely relate to that. It's like when you're drifting off and your thoughts become almost surreal.
Right.
Your inner critic seems to take a back seat.
That's precisely why SATS is so powerful for visualization.
Yeah.
You're essentially bypassing the critical filter of your conscious mind and planting those seeds of desire directly into your subconscious. The subconscious is, of course, the driving force behind many of our beliefs and actions.
Okay, so we're talking about strategically using our imagination to influence our subconscious beliefs.
Yes.
But how does science explain this? I mean, are we really tricking our minds into believing something is real even though it hasn't happened yet?
The fascinating thing is that our brains don't always clearly distinguish between imagined experiences and real ones. And this is where neuroplasticity comes in. The brain's amazing ability to change and form new neural pathways based on our experiences, even imagined ones.
Wow.
Think of it like this. Every time you repeat a visualization, you're essentially strengthening those neural pathways associated with your desired outcome, making it more and more real to your brain.
That makes sense, but do we have any tangible proofs that this actually works?
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds almost too good to be true.
Actually, there's quite a bit of evidence. Look at Olympic athletes, for example. They use visualization all the time to improve their performance. Studies have shown that when they vividly imagine themselves competing, their brains activate the same motor pathways as if they were physically performing the actions.
Wow.
It's like their brains are getting a pre-game workout, strengthening those neural connections for success.
So if Olympic athletes are using this to win gold medals, maybe we can use it to achieve our own goals, big or small.
Absolutely. And there's another fascinating piece of the puzzle.
Yeah.
The reticular activating system, or RAS. This is essentially a filter in your brain that helps you focus on information that aligns with your thoughts and beliefs.
Okay.
Think of it like a spotlight. It illuminates what you deem important while everything else fades into the background.
So you're telling me that if I spend my days obsessing over what's going wrong, my RAS is actually making it easier for me to find more problems.
Well, it's not about obsessing, but yeah, focusing on the negative can create a vicious cycle. On the other hand, if you consistently visualize and assume a specific reality, let's say a fulfilling job that utilizes your unique talents, you're programming your RAS to highlight opportunities that might have otherwise gone unnoticed.
That's a game changer.
Yeah.
I can see how this could apply to finding a romantic partner as well.
Yeah.
If you believe love is everywhere, you're more likely to notice potential connections.
Precisely. Your RAS is constantly working in the background, shaping your perception of reality based on your dominant thoughts and beliefs. And the exciting thing is that we can consciously use this to our advantage through visualization.
This is starting to feel less like magic and more like we're finally getting a user's manual for our brains.
I like that analogy. And there's one more piece to this neurological puzzle that I think you'll find fascinating.
Okay.
Mirror neurons. Have you heard of them?
Vaguely. They're the things that make us instinctively mimic someone's facial expressions or feel a phantom itch when we see someone scratching.
Yes. And they play a crucial role in visualization as well. These neurons fire both when we experience something ourselves and when we witness someone else doing it, or even just imagine it. This means that our brains react to visualizations as if they're actual events, blurring the lines between imagination and reality.
I'm starting to see why just intellectually understanding a concept isn't enough.
Right.
We need to feel it in our bodies too. It's like we're giving our brains and nervous systems a taste of what it feels like to already have what we want.
Exactly. It's about embodying the emotions associated with your desires as if they're already happening.
Right.
Remember Neville Goddard's famous quote, "Feeling is the secret"?
Yeah.
He was onto something.
Yeah.
The more intensely we feel those positive emotions during visualization,
Okay.
the joy, the gratitude, the excitement, the more our bodies and brains register it as a real experience. It's like we're releasing those feel-good chemicals, dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, just as we would in a real-life situation.
This is making me wonder,
are
there any specific techniques for enhancing those feelings during visualization?
Absolutely. One technique is to incorporate affirmations while you're visualizing. As you're seeing that mental picture, repeat phrases like, "I am so grateful for this amazing opportunity," or "I am worthy of love and happiness." The key is to speak in the present tense, as if you're already experiencing it.
And what about SATS? How do we practically apply visualization in that state?
The beauty of SATS is that your subconscious is naturally more receptive in those moments.
Right.
As you're drifting off to sleep or just waking up, hold that scene, those feelings at the forefront of your mind. You can even whisper your affirmations softly to yourself. It's like planting seeds in fertile ground, allowing those impressions to sink deep into your subconscious.
It's all starting to click. But I have to ask, how does this tie back to the law of assumption, which we've discussed before?
Right.
I'm curious to understand how these techniques work together.
It's all beautifully interconnected. And when you combine visualization and SATS with this principle, you create a powerful self-fulfilling prophecy. You're essentially imprinting the feeling of your wish fulfilled onto your subconscious mind.
Okay.
And once that belief takes root, it starts to influence your thoughts, your actions, and even your external circumstances. They all begin to align with that new reality you've created within your mind.
It's like we're creating a magnetic field that draws our desires into our physical experience. But let's be honest, there are times when doubt creeps in. How do we deal with those moments when our inner critic starts questioning everything?
That's perfectly normal. Remember, the mind is like a muscle.
Right.
It takes practice to train it to focus on what we want. When those doubts arise, simply acknowledge them without judgment. It's like saying, "Oh, hello, doubt, I see you there," but then gently shift your focus back to the vision you want to create.
It's like we're choosing which thoughts to feed and which to starve.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the more we practice this conscious redirection, the stronger we become at holding the mental picture of our desired reality.
I'm also wondering, are there any real-life examples that demonstrate the power of visualization and SATS? I think hearing stories of people who've successfully used these techniques could be really inspiring for our listeners.
Oh, there are countless stories. One that always comes to mind is Jim Carrey.
Okay.
Before he was famous, he used to visualize himself receiving a $10 million paycheck for acting services.
Right.
He even wrote himself a check and dated it for 5 years in the future. Then, almost exactly 5 years later, he received a $10 million paycheck for his role in Dumb and Dumber.
I've heard that story before, but it never ceases to amaze me.
Yeah.
He essentially scripted his own success story through the power of visualization.
And there are so many others. Oprah Winfrey is a huge advocate for vision boards and visualization. She's spoken openly about how these techniques helped her manifest her incredible career. And Arnold Schwarzenegger used visualization to become a bodybuilding champion and then a Hollywood star.
Right.
He was so dedicated to visualizing his goals that he would mentally rehearse his victories every single day.
These examples are so encouraging. It really shows that this stuff isn't just wishful thinking.
Yeah.
It's a powerful tool for shaping our reality.
Absolutely. And it's not just limited to material success. Visualization and SATs can have a profound impact on our overall well-being and happiness.
Right.
When we consistently focus on what we want and feel those positive emotions, it creates a ripple effect in every area of our lives.
So it's not just about getting what we want. It's about becoming the kind of person who can attract and receive those things.
Exactly. It's about shifting our self-concept.
Right.
Instead of seeing ourselves as lacking or limited, we start to identify as the person who already has what they desire.
Okay.
This boosts our confidence, our self-belief, and our ability to take aligned action.
I'm sensing a theme here.
Yeah.
It's about aligning our inner world with the outer world we desire.
Yes.
It's like we're bridging the gap between thought and reality.
That's a beautiful way to put it. And here's why these practices are so transformative. They help us reprogram our subconscious mind. Those old limiting beliefs we've been carrying around for years.
Right.
They start to dissolve, making space for new, empowering beliefs to take root.
It's like we're upgrading our mental software, replacing those old buggy programs with something far more powerful and effective.
That's a great way to visualize it. And as we change from within, our outer reality starts to reflect that transformation. We begin to attract different opportunities, make different choices, and take actions that are aligned with your new beliefs.
It reminds me of the quote, "Change your thoughts and you change your world."
Exactly. And there's another beautiful benefit to these practices.
Okay.
By consistently accessing those positive emotions during visualization, we're raising our vibrational frequency.
Right.
And when we vibrate at a higher frequency, we attract more of what we want.
Okay.
More joy, more abundance, more fulfilling relationships.
It's like the law of attraction in action. The more we embody the feeling of what we want, the more we magnetically attract it into our lives.
Precisely. And the more consistently we practice visualization and SATS, the more powerful these effects become. It's like building a muscle.
Oh.
The more we exercise it, the stronger it gets.
So it's not about doing it perfectly, it's about doing it regularly. Even if we have moments of doubt or our minds wander, we can just gently redirect our attention back to the practice.
Absolutely. Persistence is key. And I think it's important to remind ourselves that visualization and SATs are not just about daydreaming.
Right.
They're about consciously shaping our reality. We're literally taking the reins of our minds and steering them in the direction of our dreams.
So instead of feeling like we're at the mercy of our circumstances, we become the architects of our own lives.
Exactly. And as we practice these techniques, we realize that we are far more powerful than we ever imagined. We're not limited by our past experiences or our current situation. We have the inherent ability to create a future that is aligned with our deepest desires.
That's such an empowering message. I think Neville Goddard would be thrilled to see how many people are embracing these concepts and using them to create extraordinary lives.
I agree. He was a true pioneer in understanding the power of the human imagination.
Well, dear listener, I hope this deep dive has inspired you to explore the world of visualization and SATs. Remember, your imagination is a potent tool, and the life you desire is already within you, waiting to be realized.
Start visualizing practice, SATs regularly, and most importantly, believe in the power of your own mind. You might just be amazed by what unfolds.
Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey into the depths of human potential. Until next time, keep those dreams alive. And remember, you are the creator of your own reality.
If you're enjoying our podcast and the insights we share, you'll absolutely love our ebooks crafted to take your manifestation journey to the next level. These ebooks are your ultimate tools to manifest abundance, love, confidence, and prosperity. Whether you're looking to master your self-concept, unlock financial freedom, or design the life of your dreams, we've got you covered. Inside, you'll find step-by-step guides, practical exercises, and bonus tools like printable affirmation cards and daily habits to keep you aligned with your goals. Simple, actionable, and designed to fit into even the busiest lifestyle, these ebooks are your personal roadmap to success and happiness. Take the next step in your manifestation journey. Click the link, explore our ebooks, and start creating the life you deserve today.